Okay, so which level are we doing this week?
Conveyor belt.
Oh,
I hear that's someone's least favorite level.
that's Jen's favorite level.
Shh! Don't be saying that.
You wanna pick a character, Trix, or are you fine with the default?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick. I'm just my controller's being derpity derp at the moment. I'm sorry.
Did you turn it on after you joined?
Yeah, and I get that. I don't know what's going on with like this browser. Like it works, like it's telling me to reload, and I'm in here, so I'm not gonna reload it. But
All
I
right.
might give me 1 second. Let me reload it actually.
Yeah, because if you plug in a controller after joining, it sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah, and
Hey,
I'm
does
doing
it
the
now?
wireless, so it likes to be weird.
I have a theory on how you're always winning.
Oh, uh-oh.
On who?
The video, I have a theory on why you're always winning. Because you always pick the small character that's harder to see.
True, true. A good theory.
Well, in that case,
Yeah. You see?
I don't want to have people thinking I'm winning because of that. So
But Jen,
I'm
that's
just joking, okay?
I
You got
actually,
plenty of skill this game.
to be honest, I think it's actually a disadvantage because your hitbox does not match up with your character. It's actually outside of your character.
well, so the one way to find
I
that
guess
out,
it has its own pros and cons.
we're gonna have to open up the game code, and then we're gonna have to see what the hitbox range is, and compare it to the
Your
other characters.
hitbox doesn't actually ever change. There's been times where like
Am I player 5? Oh no, wait. No, Frizz is player 5. Okay, I'm
he's not
player.
even in this matchup. I don't know why he's in here, but
Okay, hold on. So I'm player.
He probably just
you're
wants to
you're player
watch.
4.
Oh, okay. So I'm player 4 then.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so this is me.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Foxy, you're right. The hitbox doesn't change with the character size.
Okay. All right, let me do that, and let me just go grab a bottle of water, and then we can start. Did you guys, everybody grab a drink?
I'm all set.
Oh, look at David. He's
All right.
Let me go get a drink too, okay?
All right.
yeah. That way we don't have to get up in the middle of the game, and pause it and all that stuff. Conveyor belt. Oh gosh. Well, this one's not too bad. I think the crazy one is the one with the floor panels, like the floor doors.
Yeah, this one can be crazy though if somebody gets line bomb, which usually happens where someone's laying down the line bomb on all the conveyor belts. At least
Right.
that's what I always do.
All right. Let me just double check. I'm just gonna move the camera. Okay. I just wanted to make sure controls
All
are
right.
working there.
Theo, you there?
Back.
All right.
All right,
Sweet.
we're gonna start.
Yeah,
I
just
just
4
got
of
some of
us.
Mom's great sweet tea, so yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Sweet tea is always good. All right, guys. Here we go. We're trying to hold it down right now. We have to be very careful. This is gonna be the conveyor belt. Okay, we got one side open, which can be bad or can be good, just depending.
Oh, I got greedy.
Got some range bombs, guys, which can be good. Ooh. But we gotta watch these. Oh! Woo! Dang it.
Nice move. Ah.
Yes, I got kick. Oh, yes! We got it, guys. We got it.
I trapped myself there.
Nice job. Hey, it happens. Ah. Okay, guys, we're getting into the next round. Let's do this. That kick saved us. That kick really saved us, guys, and so did that dinosaur, which was really nice. All right, let's continue on. We're gonna get another extra bomb here, which is perfect. We'll try to double blow up some barrels here, I guess, right? What we get? Yellow. Yellow's doable.
Oh gosh. Killed myself.
No! He's gonna have kick, guys. Not good. Oh, I need a kick!
I got
I don't
a
know
bit
if I
too
have.
reckless there.
Yeah! Woo! 2, baby!
Nice.
Let's keep it up, guys. Woo! That was close. I honestly took a sacrifice there, but... Oh. Alright, guys. Let's continue it on. Hold on. What's going on? One of the players not moving. Is everything okay?
Yeah, my controller just got disconnected. I'm
Alright,
good.
just making sure. I just don't want no unfairness. I want to make sure everybody's playing at, full capacity. You said controller? David, I thought you were PC Master Race, bro. Why are you using a controller?
Oh, I don't like using a keyboard for video games.
Really? No, I don't blame you. My thing is with WASD, it hurts the wrist sometimes, or like your fingers.
Oh gosh. Wow. Trix is blue, Theo's red. Just gotta remember that. Oh, there's my line bomb.
Oh, yes! Woo! David, you
Did you
scaring me, man.
sweep us, baby?
All right, guys,
It
here we
would
go.
be incredible if you could sweep the video.
We're getting into the next round. Oh boy, we ain't got no kick. Honestly, guys, I had no kick that round. Or wait, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute. Actually, I had no kick that round, guys. We gotta really hold it down here. Let's get the double bombs. We're looking pretty good.
No, Trix is playing at a different level today.
Oh, I think I lagged into that one. No. I think David just used some reverse psychology on me. Guys, I sacrificed myself. I sacrificed myself. Why, Trix? Why?
Shoot.
What's up, big nerd? How's it going, bro?
There we go. I got what I wanted.
Oh, guys. Okay, we'll be coming into the next round, though, for sure. We just gotta make sure that we're ready for this. Yeah, we were gonna do some more streaming last night, guys, but I mean, honestly, we
I
weren't
have
really
to say,
doing
though,
well in goals, so I
line-
figured, you know what, let me go ahead and take care of some other matters. I had some important
The
things to
line
attend.
bomb is deadly on this stage.
Yep.
It is. It's more deadlier than the coronavirus. You gotta watch it. Because I think if we count the amount of deaths that David's caused on Bomberman, it definitely beats the world record.
Not today, though.
I don't know. You're making this comeback.
We'll see, I guess.
Vince being quiet. He's got a secret plan. He's like, I'm gonna let them think they're winning. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. We're gonna try to get it this time, though.
All right, I think it's maybe time to target Trix.
I have not seen Bomberman played. Really? You never seen Bomberman played? Wow. Okay. Well, that's it. You know what? There's a first for everything, though, guys. All right. So right now, I'm actually doing a 2020 net play competition. You can type exclamation mark Viz in chat. It will show you the.
Uh-oh.
Not good, guys. Oh, I couldn't get behind the wall.
Yeah, those conveyor belts will get you.
Oh man. Now I know why I don't use the escalators at the shopping malls. All right, guys. Here we go. Look at that. We got Bomb and Dinosaur first round. What are the odds of that? Uh-oh, guys.
I didn't know I had line bomb.
Did a sacrifice, guys. We did a sacrifice. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get these bombs in. We need to get some, really get some flame rolling in. Not enough range, guys. Not enough range.
Oh!
Yes! Woo!
Ouch. Double
Woo!
hit.
You got the double.
Oh, one more, guys! One more! Woo! Can we do it?
Like, everything was in my favor, too.
Oh, you had everything. I was watching everything you grabbed, too. Oh, okay, guys. Let's kick it back in.
Just a reminder, Trix is blue.
No, I'm white and blue. He's trying to trick you guys. I'm wearing the all black at the bottom. Oh, we got the dinosaur. Perfect.
I can't let you get another trophy. Oh, that could have been scary. Oh, yes. Thanks. Jim.
No, David! You weren't supposed to grab that! Oh.
Oh, gosh. No. Oh, your bombs are small. Thank goodness.
Oh, it's not my fault. They just came like that.
I would like that kangaroo, but oh, never mind.
All right, guys, that's it. I need more flame, guys. Jeez. Oh no!
Oh, that was close. Oh boy.
Oh! All right, guys. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, so I lost that one. We're gonna try to get the next one. All right, all I need is one more win, guys. I had it too, man. I was right there. Okay, that's fine. We still got the lead. I'm only in the lead by 1 right now. We got the yellow. Yellow's good. Yellow's good. Oh, okay. All right, and I just gave. No.
Don't know if it was worth it. Maybe it was.
All right, watch the bombs, guys. Watch the bombs. We're getting close. We're getting close. Man, me and David again, guys. Not good. Oh boy.
You have really big bombs.
No, no!
Why?
Oh. Well, last time you said I
I
had
was
small
actually hoping
bombs.
for a draw there. You did not disappoint.
I did not have to do that.
Oh, that was close, guys. All right, let's get into the next round. Oh. David brings in the old school like gaming days where you're at the edge of your seat. I can't help it. Got me feeling like Eminem over here. Arms are sweaty and palms are sweaty. Almost got myself ruined on that one, guys. All right, we need to be careful. Somebody just took themselves out. All right, I got
saw the line bomb get destroyed.
Okay, all right. Nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. I need to get items. Oh, I need longer bombs, guys. This will help us tremendously.
Too aggressive. Oh my gosh. Ah, that was
Yes!
it. Wow.
Woo!
Good game.
Oh, see, I had to confuse you, David. You got that.
Nice.
GG, guys.
Good
You were
job,
really
everyone.
good.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah, Trix, I kind of wish you were in our earlier match. I would have
Hmm.
enjoyed that to see how you would have stacked up against everyone in that match.
Oh, man. Well, you know how I am with my kicks, man.
All right, I'm gonna get going.
But everybody
By
did
the way-
good. Did everybody lag?
No, I
Oh,
was
by the way,
fine.
the video?
Yep.
I was wondering that if there's a situation where a future match someone can't show up, that I could get placed there.
I got you, big
I
nerd.
remember something happened earlier in
No,
another.
Thank you, Jim.
you
We
get
were the
to-
winners! Woo! We did it, guys. We
work
did
out
it.
with
Yes!
somebody in the matchup because
Oh,
you'd be not showing up to the matchup that you were supposed to be in, and I suppose if that's the only thing you can do, if you can't do the other times, then you can. I guess I don't know. Did I do
Is
that?
there
last year?
anyone who had only 4 people in their match?
that was a close one, guys.
There can be 5. There's supposed to be 5 in this one.
No, I mean, is there any team matchup that's currently only 4 people?
Oh, okay. There's one with 3. Wednesday tomorrow at 2 p.m. Foxy's in that one.
Okay, hopefully the internet doesn't go bad for that one. Could you help me get set up? I'm not much of a message board guy.
I could help you tomorrow if you want to message me tomorrow. You know what? I don't know if I'll even be here at that time, but Foxy will be in the matchup, and you can.
Oh, okay.
The delay was real.
Thank
What
you.
happened? What happened there, Jim?
All right.
I know, big nerd. You're good, bro. You're good. Hey, you know what? You're playing a game you enjoyed. That's what
Alright,
matters.
see you guys.
Good game.
Good game, guys. Good game.
I'm sorry about the whole internet crapping out today.
Yeah.
Is it
no
lagging?
problem.
Really?
Glad you were able to make it to this one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, you know what? We did our Bomberman tournament. We're gonna have to probably end this one here. Guys, awesome, amazing stuff. You know, definitely. Oh, wait. Do I need to do anything? I don't know if we do or not. The stream is lagging a bit. Whoop 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 whoop. What's up, Anytime? How are you? How's everything? Yeah, so you guys got the notifications real late then, huh? Why is it being so weird? Hold on, let me restart this. Yeah, and by the way, Big Nerd, I know you were talking about the retro gaming earlier and stuff, man. You're more than welcome to check it out here, dude. Check it out there. There is a referral. I don't get a 3% or a commission or anything like that here for the stream, so I get nothing for it except for you saying Trix brought me to this site. That's all I get, okay? But it's a great site. It's a great community. Definitely partake in it if you can. You're more than welcome to, like I said, you could use my name as a referral. That would be awesome. Just don't know what's going on here, guys. It's being weird. Yeah, it is weird. Oh, I got them on time, just wasn't on the PC. Gotcha. Yeah, for me, it's lagging for me, but I don't know. Is it lagging for anyone else? The streamer's channel on the Viz server just got made yesterday. Help me set it up. He's gonna sort it out with some Autobot that the Viz streamers go live. Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be sweet. Let me turn this off real quick. I don't want to record it anymore. All right, so we're gonna check back on the Viz real quick, guys. You said the streamers page. This would be interesting. Stream game streamers. So yeah, you said they're reworking on it, which is great. It seems from what I can tell from when I was always looking at it, because I look at it quite often. It seemed like it didn't like auto kick the users who didn't RGR streamed after the monthly period, or the order that it sorted wasn't precise, you know. Other than that though, I mean, it'd be kind of cool. I mean, you know, with this being the whole up and down right now with Viz and what's going on with it and whatnot with the plugin, I think this is a good opportunity to get a lot of the retro streamers to at least get the, you know, promote themselves as well as the website as well. I think that would be awesome. Dude, where's your hat? I don't know. Where's my hat, bro? I need my hat, man. I got this big forehead. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I just got done now. I'm just doing some quick chatting here real quick. What's up, buddy? Oh, well, I'll keep you updated on that. Oh, let me show you what I did. Come here, look. See? What do you see in the garage?
I'm just gonna walk down there and be like, look, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
I'm
gonna walk down there and be like,
well, if you go down there, the camera has motion tagging and it has night vision.
it'd be like this then, Daddy, Daddy.
Yeah, it's taken off somewhere. Yeah, no, then I'm happy you guys are doing that. You know what's great about this new Discord thing, by the way? Look, come here, let me show you something. I want you to talk right there where you were just at. Come here. Boo! So you guys don't even hear the clapping, but if I do this. Look how crazy that is, guys. That's amazing. I love it. They said you farted, dude. Little man Shark Lord, did you blew a sharky fart? What? What? See, this is what all streamers should be doing, guys. Like, I've been into streams, and you can hear the butt scratching,
fire in the hole,
the butt farting, someone in the other room just ripping it out. You know, like, when you can hear that in your microphone, in your background, you're either one of two things. You didn't set up your mic properly. You just put it together and just started using it without any tweaking or modifications or any benchmarking or any testings or anything. You just plugged it in to say, hey, I'm ready to go live and let's use the microphone. Or you're in a bad room, you know? Maybe you got to switch it up. You know, do the attic, do the basement. Don't be streaming in the kitchen. I mean, do you really want to hear somebody washing dishes while you're live? I mean, yeah, we get to know you wash your dishes. That's great. But come on, guys. Get with the program here. Now, again, everybody's environment is different. If you're in an apartment and your dining room / living room and kitchen is all one, hey, you don't have a choice. I mean, it is what it is. Use the bedroom. Just don't have your socks hanging in the background. I've seen some pretty nasty, disgusting looking back rooms, guys. And I don't know if people just don't care or don't care. Like, why would you? Why? What hurts is this monitor? What are we looking at? An Asus here? Yeah, Thomas, I'm telling you, dude. And I've seen people with their cameras on their keyboards. Their keyboards be looking nasty. It's like they took a dump on it or something. Like whatever fudge-sickle ice cream they had previously, it's still on their keyboard a week ago. Insane. Insane. You know, your keyboard should be like this. Nice and clean. You should be able to lick your keyboard. And if you can't, do what I do, guys. Get the warranty. I get a scratch on it, I go take it back and say, hey, it's not working. Hey, just get a new one. Okay? That's the way to do it. That's the way to freaking do it. But anyway, we're not going to talk about all that, guys. It is what it is. Everybody lives different lifestyles. You know, keyboards are a pain to clean. I'm not going to lie. They're a pain in the butt to clean. That's why you really got to get the keys that pop out, and you got to get, like, little utensils that you can use to get under there. You know, you could spray a can on them, wipe them down with a duster, take a little microfiber rag. There's many different things you can do, but you just got to be careful. Yeah, Thomas, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's so crazy how my mic's not picking up the clapping. It kept farting on her keyboard? Ouch! Anytime's laughing. See, you guys got to do the claps for me now. The claps don't work for me now. I can't clap it no more. Okay, so we did our retro Bomberman tournament. Can't even talk right now, guys, which was amazing. We actually won, which is great. David came in second place, which is unusual because David usually kicks my butt, and so does Foxy. Those two guys are my threats. Like, they are my need to worries when I join the competition, because they are really good, guys. They are really good at these kind of games. So, you know, I was a little amazed. I'm surprised I even did as well as I did today, probably because I'm in a good mood and my attention span is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually paying attention, which is really good. Yeah, I like the keyboard, Jay. Why not? Thank you anytime. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great time with Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure you're playing Final Fantasy 7, the remake, I'm assuming. I don't know if you got on that yet. It does look amazing. I don't like that they're dividing the games into 2 portions to make you buy it twice, but it is what it is. It looks really good from what I can tell. You know, I know it's got its up and downs. Every remake has issues compared to the original, but it's not bad. I mean, it sucks that Xbox and PC users got to wait a year. I'm patient. It's a remake. It's not a new game. It's just a remake, so it's not a big deal, really. Yeah. Okay. So you're waiting for the saturation to complete before you get under. I gotcha. That's the best thing to do. That's like right now, you go live with Valorant. Because it's the most popular game, it's not going to make you popular, you know? Now, if your community likes it and that's what everyone enjoys, then yeah, it might keep your viewership up. But just because someone else is doing successful in it, it doesn't mean it's going to be better for you. It's whatever your community is. If you're retro, you stick to retro. If you're FPS, you stick to FPS. If you're MMO, you stick to MMO. I didn't have no distractions from Little Man. Yeah, sometimes he could be distracting. Well, like earlier, I got a little distracted and got killed, but we came back, though. We came back with the win. Very good. Very good, Anytime. Very good. All right. So what I could do here, guys, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock at night. I didn't know it was that late already. Okay, so we did the live stream here with the Bomberman, but we gotta figure out what we're gonna do next. I need to debate whether or not I'm gonna stay on or just come back. But sometimes I say I'll come back and I don't come back. Yeah. Okay, so let me see here. When is Apex going to happen? Well, you know what, guys? That's why we have a Discord. I know a lot of you guys ask me on live streams like, "Hey, play this, play this, play that." I have a Discord, guys. It's a way. It's a way for me to become more organized in what I do. So like subs can come in. They have a personal section for them to request games. So that way I can see what the subs here, which are our loyal supporters here, guys. And you know, I can base on what they want to see play or get the player with me or whatever. And then we actually have a suggestion section too as well, guys, in the members area. So anybody is welcome to post your suggestions. There is no right or wrong suggestions. It's whatever you think or whatever you like. And just to make sure everyone's clear about that, guys, just make sure you guys check out the Discord. You'll see everything under. There's a few new adjustments that I did on there as well. Let's see here. There's a few new adjustments that I did on there as well. And speaking of that, I do need to check something. So we had a VIP suggestion here, guys, for Secret Laboratory. I did install it. I think it's multiplayer. I will need a squad. So I will have, we'll talk about it on Discord, guys. Try to get a team formed up before we go on with that. I just got to see if it's 2 players, 4 players, or what. I'm not even sure what it is. Let's see. By the way, Jay, I know you're a moderator. You're a community staff member here on Discord, so you will see bot logs now, okay? You'll see everybody being assigned roles or whatnot. So and I added the Trix Gaming Police now to the Discord server, guys, okay? So I'm keeping logs of things now. I'm tired of people coming in and advertising their channel. I'm tired of these bots coming in with DMs. Guys, if you haven't already, whenever you join a Discord server, there's no server setting for it. There's only per user setting. Make sure you turn DMs off. Unless you're in a server that you trust, turn it on, you know? But a lot of times we'll join like big game servers. Like let's say you join a Minecraft community or something. How often are you going to DM somebody? But somebody might go there and try to DM you some, hey, join my server, or hey, check this website out. And then God forbid you click in, you got keylogged, and now you're getting malicious malware in your computer, and it's tracking all your passwords and bank accounts and everything you do, because most people just save their username and passwords into the browsers anyway because they're too lazy to retype it again. You don't want to get caught in that situation or scenario, guys. So make sure you guys don't click anything, okay? You know, unless it's from a trusted source. You know, because obviously they have a reputation to keep and they're not planning on doing anything in that nature. I mean, a lot of this is common sense to a lot of you guys, but a lot of this may be new. I just want to make sure you guys are safe on the internet, because right now, guys, we have hackers, we have people doing denial attacks, we got people trying to attain personal information on you right now. Like, there's so many people at home because of this quarantine and this worldwide outbreak going on, that people are working day and night, 24/7, looking for the next victim. So you guys got to be really, really cautious at what you're doing. Wait, one dude got banned one time? Wait, what? What happened, Thomas? Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Yeah, I banned account silently, but the problem with that, though, anytime, oh gosh, is the I just knocked my filter off, guys. Hold on, now I got a regular microphone. Hold on. I gotta put this bad boy back on real quick. But you know, it's a lot of work. It's tedious when you have to constantly go like back and forth over and over again with it, you know. Ugh, I hate the way they do this, guys. I almost had it. What the heck? Why is it keep? Oh shoot! Did I break it? No, I gotta get this under here. There we go. Much better. I heard that on my channel one time. I said to myself, "Are you kidding me?" Right, right. Very true, guys. All right, so we got the filter back on. Pop, 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 pop. I want to make sure you guys don't hear that Peter Piper, Piper, Pickle, Pickles, Piper, 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 Peter Pan. Pop, 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 popcorn. Pop, 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 I drink. Poppity pop. Poppity, poppity, spot. Like, I just want to make sure you guys don't hear the poppings. Okay, so... Man, we had a crazy discussion just now. That's for sure. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is yeah, so suggestions. Yeah, Jay was talking about suggestions. Let me take a look here again. You did request something, Jay. Jay, make sure you use the VIP one, bro. And then make sure that you're using the bot too. The bot's much easier. Wait, hold on a second. Where the heck did it go? Did I just lose it here? Oh, we went back. Yes, I installed it. It's ready to go. And it looks weird, dude. Was that one a multiplayer or just single player? I don't even remember. Hold on, let me go to the store page here real quick and double check. I did install it, but it's just sitting on my desktop right now. This came out April 3rd, 2020, so this is actually a fairly new game. But why is it free, though? It doesn't even say if it's 1 or 2 players. This one actually did look cool. This was like going into the future, and I see that you do get pursued. I don't know. And it's got great reviews. Actually, we could probably do that. We could probably do that. We could probably do this, and then I could probably finish up the other game that we had lined up, guys, because I really want to get back into the paranormal game. We could do some, we went back, and then we can probably do some multiplayer today, guys. So instead of keeping everybody on hold and waiting, Thomas, anytime, and Jay, I really appreciate it, guys. I'm just going to end this really quick. And then I'm going to go relive here shortly. Okay, guys? Let me just get some preparations. I don't want to put the BRB screen on for, like, you know, extending it over like 10 minutes or whatnot. Let me get some preparations, and then we'll be right back. But I got you guys, though, on that for sure. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. So until then, I will see you guys very soon, very shortly. And we'll get some more gaming on here, guys, for you, the viewer. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.